Hello guys, so you're welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to cut a peplum top. So as you can see, I already have my front bodice here, then this is the back. So the first thing you should do is to use the biggest part. This is my half cut. From here to here is my half length of. So this is the half length. I'm working with half length 15, as you can see, so I added 1 inch to it, making it 16. So this is the front and this is the back. So I'm going to be cutting them together. The difference between the back and the front is the zip allowance. As you can see, my zip allowance is 1.5 inches, 1.5. So I'm going to be cutting them together. So I'm using the biggest part, which is the bust. The bust, I'm working with bust 36. 36 divided by 4, you have 9 inches. So 9 inches here, this is my 9 inches. So I added 1.5. Okay, this is 1/4 sewing allowance. I wanted it to just be 1 inch, but since I have 1/4 here, it's still fine. So I have everything together will be 10/1/4. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get my back measurement. I'm working with the shoulder measurement of 15. 15 divided by 2, we have 7.5. So this is the point where I have my 7.5. Then I'm working with armhole 8.5. So I'll just come here, mark my armhole. Then I go over here again to mark my 7.5. Then I just connect it up. I connect it up, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is to get the midpoint of this 8.5. Half of 8.5 will give me 4/1/4. So at this point, I will mark 1 inch here. Then here, 1/8. That is to get my armhole curve. But if you have armhole curve, you can use it. So this is it here. This is what I'm having here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to calculate my measurement. I already said I'm working with the bust 9 inches, then 1/4. Then I'll come here and calculate my waist. I'm using waist 28. 28 divided by 4, we have 7 inches. 7 inches, then 1 inch for that. This is just a simple peplum blouse. Then I'll have 1/4 sewing allowance. So I'll just connect it down here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to slant my waist. So I'll measure 1 inch here. Then I'll get the midpoint of the waist here. This is close to 9 3/4. Half of 9 3/4, let's say it will be around let's say 4.5 thereabout. Then I just mark it, then I connect it. I just slant it to this part. So the next thing I'm going to do is to get my neck measurement. I'm going to be going with a round neck. So 3 inches by 4 inches. It's something that will be a bit high, but not so high. So I'll just connect it. Then here I'll mark my 1/118 to get my neck, perfect round neck. Then I'm here at the shoulder. I'm just going to go down by 1 inch. Then I will slant it down to this place. So as you can see, this is it here. So I'm going to be using the same neckline for the back. But if you don't want the same neckline for the back, you can just take this up a bit, then you can draft the neckline you want for the back. So I'll just go ahead now and cut it since I'm using the same neckline for the back. So, so this is it. I'll cut it like this. I have it here. Mhm. This is it here. This is what we have. Then I'll just slit the zip allowance. So I'm done with this. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to cut the flare. I'm going to be cutting it. So the next thing I will do is to cut the flare. So as you can see, this is it here. I'll be folding it in four different places. Like it's a 360-degree flare. It's not 180. So this is how you fold it. It's a square like this. Then when you have your square, you fold it into something like this. So this is a full flare. I'm just trying to adjust it well. So this is it. Yeah. The material is not really equal, so I have to align it well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using my hip to cut the flame. So the hip is 36. 36 divided by 4, we have 9. 9 divided by 2, we have 4.5 plus zip allowance. So zip allowance, let me put everything at 5 inches. You know, it won't be having joining at the side. Everything will come to the back. That's where you have your zip allowance. So, but you can do the calculation first because we've already taken 16 inches, okay, 15 inches for the half cut. So here we are going to be minusing the half cut. We'll minus the half cut from the blouse length. I'm working with blouse length 24. The blouse length will be 24. 24 minus 15 will have 18, sorry, 8. We have 8 inches. 8 inches plus 1.5 inches, that's 9.5. So this is too much. This is too much, so I'm just going to reduce it a bit. You can do all this calculation even before you fold your material. So I'm working with 5.5, 5.5, then 9.5. This is it here. Just so that you have a perfect circle. So this is it. So what I do is I go back again to calculate it if it will be equal to my waist. Remember, I'm working with waist 28, that's 7 inches. This is in 4 places. So I'll take my to know if it is okay. See, it is. So this is 7 inches in. Let me say my zip allowance. So this will accommodate my waist. So I'll just go ahead and cut it. Go ahead and cut. This is it. So this is it. I'm just going to cut everything. So you have it. Okay. So this is the flare, as you can see. So the next thing I will cut is the sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut the sleeve. I only have few material left here. So I will just be folding it in a 360-degree form. It's also a flare sleeve, but this should not be a really full one. So this is it. I'm going to use this for the two sleeve. So I want to calculate the length of the sleeve first, since I'm going with everything. So I'll just come ahead, come here, and I'll calculate what I have. This is 13. I'll mark it round 13. So this is it. I'm going to cut it out. So this is it. So the next thing I'm going to do, I told you this is going to be a shape play. It's not going to be the really full one. I'll just roll it from this top. I'll give it a shape of my armhole, the armhole I'll be working with. Let me assume armhole 8, 8.5. I calculated 8.5 for it. So somewhere here should be. So this is it. So this is it here. So this is it. This is how to cut the. So this is the shape flare. This won't really be full. Okay, I think I need to adjust it. Okay, it's cool. So this is it. So we're done with the cutting. The next thing is to sew. So watch out for the next part. So I've gone ahead to turn it with a bias, as you can see. So the next thing you are going to do is to join the front and the back together. Remember, we added one quarter as the same allowance. So we'll go ahead and join it. So I'll measure the 1/4 at this side, then 1/4 at this other side. So I'm going to do same for the other side as well. So I'll go ahead and sew the two sides. So I have gone to sew it, as you can see. So the next thing to do is to join your flay 4 inches. You come in by 1/2 inch, then out by 1/2 inch. Then the length of the dart is 5.5 inches. Then you measure the same 4 inches here. You connect it. You connect it. So we are going to repeat same at the other side. I'll mark my 4 inches here. 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch out, then 5.5 for the length. Then I'll come here again and mark my 4 inches. So you connect it together. So this is it. This is what we have. So we are going to repeat same for the back. So this is it. I've done for the back as well. Remember to minus your zip allowance when you get to the back. So we'll just go ahead and sew. When you want to sew, you just fold it into two like this and sew across this chalk that is here. So we've gone ahead to sew the dart. So this is what we have here. So the next thing we are going to do is to join the flay. The next thing we are going to do is to join the flay to the center point of it, from the center. So we just join it now. So we've gone ahead to join the flay to the half cut. Sorry, I'm going to iron it. So the next thing we are going to do is to fix the zip. So this color is kind of scarce, so that's why we're using this zip. You just fix it like this and sew. So guys, we've gone to join the flay to it, then the bias. I use the bias for the tip of the cloth. So the next and final stage is to fix the sleeve. Here is the sleeve. So you just use it to measure your sleeve round. Then you sew it down. You sew the remaining one and insert it. So that's what we're going to do now. And after we are done, we'll still turn this part with bias as well. So guys, this is what we have here. This is it, and this is the sleeve. This is what we have here. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye.